Have you ever noticed something strange? A compliment from someone you respect feels good. But criticism from someone you don't even like can stay in your mind for days. Logically, it makes no sense. Why should the opinion of a person you don't admire have any power over your emotions? Yet it happens all the time. A stranger leaves a negative comment. A coworker makes a dismissive remark. Someone you barely respect questions your abilities. And suddenly, your mind becomes obsessed. You replay their words. You imagine responses. You wonder if they might be right. This reveals something important about human psychology. Most people are not actually seeking approval from specific individuals. They are seeking protection from rejection. Deep inside the human brain is an ancient survival system. For thousands of years, belonging to a group meant safety. Rejection meant danger. Isolation could mean death. As a result, our brains evolved to treat social acceptance as a survival need. The problem is that the modern world has changed. Your survival no longer depends on the approval of every person around you. But your brain still reacts as if it does. That's why a single negative opinion can feel more important than dozens of positive ones. The emotional brain is not asking, "Do I respect this person?" It is asking, "Am I being rejected?" And that question can quietly control your behavior without you even realizing it. This is where validation becomes addictive. Most addictions are not about pleasure. They are about relief. Validation works the same way. When someone approves of us, we experience temporary emotional relief. We feel accepted, valued, important, safe. The problem is that the feeling never lasts. Soon the mind wants more. Another compliment. Another like. Another sign that we matter. Over time, people can become trapped in a cycle of approval seeking. They begin adjusting their behavior to avoid criticism. They hide opinions. Suppress authenticity. Change themselves to fit expectations. Not because they want to. Because they fear rejection. Ironically, the more validation you need, the less free you become. Your confidence starts depending on factors you cannot control. The opinions of strangers. The moods of other people. The reactions of an audience. And the most dangerous part? You may not even notice it happening. You simply believe you are being careful, polite, responsible. Meanwhile, your identity slowly becomes shaped by external approval rather than internal values. The approval addiction trap is powerful because it feels normal. In a world obsessed with likes, followers, and public opinion, validation often disguises itself as success. But they are not the same thing. The path to freedom begins with a simple realization. Not every opinion deserves access to your self-worth. Think about the people whose criticism affects you most. Would you trade lives with them? Would you seek their advice? Would you trust their judgment in every area of your life? If the answer is no, why are you allowing their opinions to define your value? Confidence is not the ability to ignore everyone. It is the ability to choose whose opinions truly matter. The most emotionally strong people are not immune to criticism. They simply filter it differently. They learn from useful feedback. They release the rest. Because they understand something important. Validation is temporary. Self-respect is sustainable. The more your self-worth depends on external approval, the more fragile it becomes. The more it depends on your own principles, the stronger it grows. You do not need everyone to understand you. You do not need universal approval. And you certainly do not need validation from people you don't even like. The moment you stop chasing approval, you reclaim something far more valuable. Your freedom to be yourself.